evening. We call to order the regular meeting of the West Valley City Council. We note that we have 6 members of the council present. Councilman Yoon is excused. We'll begin our evening with the opening ceremony. We turn to Councilmember Karen Lang.
Would you please stand and repeat the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
We have a number of guests here tonight. We usually check to see if we have any scout groups here, and there don't appear to be any. So we'll move on to the approval of the minutes from March 8th. To the council for a motion.
Mayor, move for approval of the minutes of March 8th.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on the minutes. Any discussion, or are they okay as they are? Looks like they're okay as they are, so all in favor of approving the minutes of March 8th, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion passed unanimously. The minutes are approved. We do mention next on our agenda is an item that will be delayed till a future meeting. So we will not present the Employee of the Month Award tonight. We will go directly to the Division of the Quarter Award, our Fleet Maintenance Public Works Department, and that is Councilman Christensen has that, so we'll turn the time to you.
And I notice that many of our Fleet Division people are here, so if they'd like to stand as I read this commendation, they're welcome to. I would like to nominate the Fleet Division. Fleet Division is supervised by Eric Madsen, and he is a very responsible and dedicated leader of this division. His employees are hardworking individuals who value what they do, and they do it really well. I don't think there is anyone in our department who can disagree with that. On December 30th, our office received a letter from the U.S. Marshal praising Eric's and his crew's good job. I will quote the letter below. Quote, I wanted to let you know how much I appreciate the professionalism and quality services that Thor Mockland and Eric Madsen have been providing to the U.S. Marshals Service for the past several years. Their technical knowledge, combined with their professionalism, not to mention their cooperative spirit and proactive approach, make it a pleasure to do business with your service and fleet management crew. For the past 3 years, my office has had the majority of our law enforcement vehicle maintenance done by your Public Works, thank you, section. I couldn't remember what the 2 letters stood for. The quality of the service, everything from an oil change to the installation of emergency equipment and lighting, is second to none. Eric and his staff are always very professional and service-oriented in all their dealings with each deputy marshal from my office, including me. They are extremely thorough in their work and are proactive in their assessments to prevent future problems, especially when it comes to safety-related concerns. I especially appreciate their attention to detail, as I have found that our law enforcement officers do not always place vehicle maintenance as a high priority. And yet, they all practically live in their assigned vehicles and need a reliable, well-maintained, and safe vehicle as they are running from investigation to investigation. Fortunately, they have that angle covered. Our office was very, end quote, our office was very proud to receive such a letter, and we cannot think of a better division than the fleet crew. Thank you. And you've all got to come up here and shake our hands. Taylor's going to tell us what it's saying. We thank you again and know that you have other commitments, so you're welcome to leave if you'd like, or if you want to stick around for a while, you're welcome to stay here too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next on our agenda is a presentation of English Language Awards to students from the English Skills Learning Center and the Granite Peaks Learning Center. What we would invite you to do, those of you who are here to receive these awards this night, if you would come over here on this side of the chamber and line up, we'll have each one of you come forward and address us in the microphone. So if you'll come over here and slowly but surely. Yeah, they don't want to come up here. No one wants to be first. Okay. What we will have you do is one at a time come to the center microphone here, introduce yourself by name, and tell us where you're from, the country that you're here from, so that we kind of have an idea of your background. And then if you want to make one comment, that's fine too. Just be fairly brief. And so with that, come on up to the microphone.
Hi everyone, my name is Ana Canavan. I came from Chihuahua, Mexico. It's nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. Thank you. Next.
Hi everyone, my name is Luz Maria. I am from Mexico, Guanajuato. I am so happy to have the opportunity to speak a little English. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi everyone. My name is Claudia Perez. I am from Mexico. Thank you for the help in my, and thank you my family for help me.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Hilda Galvin. My home is Mexico, Michoacán, Mexico. Thank you for the opportunity. I speak English. Thank you.
Hi everyone. My name is Natalie Liu. I'm from Vietnam. And I would like to say thank you with my teacher and my
Well, thank you as well.
I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone. My name is Obed Rodriguez. I'm from Guatemala, and I'm so happy to have this school for learning English. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Laura Camilo. I'm from to Mexico, and I'm excited for here. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Miguel. I am from Sinaloa, Mexico. and I'm so happy because I am learning English. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Has everyone had an opportunity then from the audience to come forward? If so, then we're going to have you come back up and we're going to get some pictures taken. Congratulations to you on what you've done. Okay? Fill in on this side too.
Here we go. Just a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Oh, that's a good shot. Okay, just a minute, I gotta get one of those social things.
Should we get their teacher here too?
Sure. You want,
I'm not their teacher, they all have different teachers.
you want to come up?
No.
Okay. Okay. Everybody got their shots? Okay. The mayor will have that on the West Valley City Facebook page first thing in the morning, so you'll want to check that out. Okay.
And there are certificates out in the hall, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're all-
Oh, you do have them?
Thank you very much for coming. Good luck in your many activities here. And good to hear from someone from Guanajuato. Haven't been there for many years, but lived there for a while.
It's a beautiful place.
Were you in Guanajuato where the Pipila is?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Beautiful city. All right then. Next on our agenda, we have a comment period. Our comment period is limited to 30 minutes or 5 minutes per person, whichever comes first. And during that time, it's not a debate time. That time is yours, those who have come, and you use that 5 minutes, and from there, we may have comments afterwards. With that then, we will turn to Paul Nichols, who signed up first.
I'm Paul C. Nichols from 5329 West, 4100 South. I'm here to complain about the fast traffic on 4100. Mr. Powell said he was looking into it, but I haven't seen any eyes around. So I'm wondering what's going to happen. So it's getting worse and worse. The traffic's getting faster and faster. And a lot of construction going on around there. We got to do something before we have a fatality real bad like up there. So thank you.
Thank you very much. With that then, next we have Alfonso Chacon. If you'll come up.
Hello, council members. My name's Alfonso Chacon, or Al Chacon, and I'm with Valley Behavioral Health. And we just wanted to communicate with you all that we are going to be moving to 2948 South Redwood. We're going to be opening up an office at a standalone building that's there. And so what we've identified that there's a need in this area that is an underserved area for mental health and behavioral health services. And so we'll be offering services for adults with mental health, with mental illnesses and behavioral health issues. This will include medication management, individual and group therapy, peer groups, among other services that we offer at other programs. And so we just wanted to be a good neighbor and a good partner with the West Valley community. We did meet last week with the chief of police, and just to let them know that we're moving, and we are also working to communicate this with the fire department and other community partners, to include the health department. And so we just wanted to come in and give that announcement to you all and see if there was any questions or if there's anything in the future that we could do to help raise awareness in this community about the services and about mental health in general.
Nice try.
And then you also had Alexa Carr.
She's just in case I'm forgetting
Yeah,
anything.
I'm just a therapist at Valley Behavioral Health. So,
Forgetting anything?
so we open on June 6th.
Yes.
What was the address again?
2948 South Redwood Road.
Very good. Welcome, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Now,
Okay, was there anyone else here to speak
there we go. There we go.
from the public? Seeing none, then we'll turn to our Assistant City Manager, Paul Isaac, for any comments.
No, sir, not this evening.
To the council then, for any comments.
Okay. All right, now, we'll love each other.
All right. Then we'll go on next to our public hearings. The first item we have is public input regarding the reopening of our fiscal year 2015-2016 budget, or the current year in which we're in. Approximately every quarter, we have a budget opening to adjust for primarily changes reflected on grants and different programs. Traditionally, there's not been much in the way of additional general operating budget that's done. So that's the case with these. In fact, some of these items have been before us before, but we have to officially take action on them. With that introduction, then I hereby open the public hearing on Ordinance 16-11, reopening the fiscal year 2015-2016 budget. With that, is there anyone here from the public who wishes to speak on this issue? And it appears not. So, since there's no one who desires to speak on this issue before us, the public hearing is now closed and the matter is now before the council.
Mayor, I'd like to move for approval of ordinance 16-11.
We have a motion and a second for the approval of this ordinance on reopening the budget and approving the items therein. For those of you who may be listening in, or for the public here, those are included in documents that are available to the public that people could review. With that then, seeing no further comments or discussion, we'll turn to our city recorder for a vote.
Councilman Vincent?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lane?
Yes.
Councilman Bueller?
Aye.
Councilman Christensen?
Yes.
Councilman Nordfeld?
Yes.
And Mayor Bigelow?
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay. Next, we have on our agenda a resolution. This is a cooperative agreement between our city and the Utah Department of Transportation. This is for new sidewalk construction on 3500 South. This would be at approximately 4900 West. You may know the location. There's a school that's been open there for about 2 years, approximately, back behind there. And of course, wherever there are schools, we have a priority on sidewalks. So this is a project, a state road, where we've received funds to be able to finish the sidewalk along there. With that introduction then, we'll turn to the council for any comment or action.
Mayor, I would move approval of Resolution 16-58.
We have a motion and a second. In case you're wondering if it looks like we might be moving through these fairly rapidly, these are not controversial, and we have heard them all before. We studied them in a previous meeting in our study portion of our meetings, so that most of the questions have been answered. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion to that? Seeing none, we'll place it for vote.
Councilman Nordfeld?
Yes.
Councilman Christensen?
Yes.
Councilman Bueller?
Aye.
Councilwoman Lane?
Yes.
Councilman Vincent?
Yes.
And Mayor Bigelow?
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay. Then next we have Resolution 16-59. This is to authorize a storm drain easement from Hallmark Homes to West Valley City. And this is across properties in the ownership of the Delphi Family Trust and Spangler Family Trust. This would be 3730 South, 3764 South, 6400 West, so that the drain from this development that is going on will feed into our normal storm drain water system and will handle that water in a proper way and not flood other people there in the neighborhood. With that introduction then, we will turn it now to the council for comment or action.
Mayor, I move for approval of resolution 16-59.
We have a motion? Second. Okay, there we go. Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll turn it to our recorder for a vote.
Councilman Vincent?
Yes.
Councilwoman Ling?
Yes.
Councilman Bueller?
Aye.
Councilman Christensen?
Yes.
Councilman Nordfeld?
Yes.
And Mayor Bigelow?
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, thank you very much. Now that completes the regularly scheduled items on our agenda for our regular session of our council meeting. We'll have other meetings immediately following this. Any further comments before we take our final motion? Okay, seeing none, the last motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion passed unanimously. We are adjourned.
Call to order the West Valley City Redevelopment Agency regular meeting. Know that we've had an opening ceremony. All members of the body are present, excepting Mr. Hune, who is excused. We have the minutes of January 5th, January 26th, and February 23rd, 2016 for your review and hopefully our approval.
Chairman, I move for approval of the 3 minutes of January 5th, January 26th, and February 23rd.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion to the minutes? Not all in favor of approving the minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion is passed unanimously. Mr. Isaac, any communications today or report of the Chief Executive Officer?
No, sir.
Okay, moving right along, we have public hearing. This is to accept public input on the reopening of the fiscal year 2015-2016 budget, similar to in City Council meeting, and to make certain adjustments that have come up throughout the year. So anybody that has come to speak to this issue to provide us with input on the opening of the budget, now would be the time to do so. Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing. And Mr. Isaac, any further word or information on this item?
No, sir, just to maybe say that this is allowed under state statute twice a year, I think, in the RDA, once at the beginning and then one at the end, near the end of the fiscal year.
So we have Resolution 1606 before us for discussion or a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move for approval of resolution 16-06.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Ms. Carmen, will you take a vote, please?
Mr. Vincent?
Yes.
Ms. Ling?
Yes.
Mr. Bigelow?
Yes.
Mr. Christensen?
Yes.
Mr. Nordfeld?
Yes.
And Chairman Bueller?
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Next item of business we have is Resolution 16-07. Mr. Isaac, would you introduce that for us, please?
Yes, thank you, sir. This is a resolution approving an amendment to the redevelopment agency of West Valley City and the real estate purchase and sell agreement with Heartland West Valley Commercial Limited, which is located right over here to the north of us, and it extends the dates set for certain inspections and due diligence of that property. The fiscal impact to the city is close to $50,000, and again, it will be used to extend this agreement, and the RDA will essentially deposit $50,000 into the earnest money account for this special inspection.
This is so that we can do our due diligence and decide about the underlying transaction.
Yes, sir.
Any questions or any discussion on this resolution or a motion?
Move to approve Resolution 1607.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Could we have a vote, please?
Mr. Nordfeld?
Yes.
Mr. Christensen?
Yes.
Mr. Bigelow?
Yes.
Ms. Lang?
Yes.
Mr. Vincent?
Yes.
And Chairman Bueller.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you. With that, we've concluded our scheduled business for this meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you. We have a motion to adjourn. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned.
Call to order the regular meeting of the Housing Authority. Note that we've had an opening ceremony and everyone is in attendance except for Mr. Hune, who is excused. The next item on our business is the approval of our minutes from January 5th.
Mr. Chair, I move for approval of the January 5th, 2016 minutes.
Second?
Thank you. We have a motion and a second for approval of the minutes. Would anyone like to discuss this matter? We'll turn to our recorder for a vote then. Oh, let's, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Thank you. That passes unanimously. Mr. Isaac, any communications or report?
No, sir.
All right, we turn to our public hearing. This is another public hearing to reopen the budget for our fiscal year of 2015-2016. So if there's anyone who would like to comment on the reopening of this budget, please come forward now. Seeing none, we'll close the public input hearing and turn to the council for discussion or a vote regarding this reopening of the budget.
Mr. Chairman, I would move that we approve Resolution 16-01.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Are there any comments or discussion regarding this? All right, then we'll call for the vote.
Mr. Vincent?
Yes.
Ms. Lang?
Yes.
Mr. Bueller?
Aye.
Mr. Bigelow?
Aye.
Mr. Christensen?
Yes.
And Chairman Nordfeld.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you. That's the final item in our business, so one more motion.
Motion to adjourn, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye. I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the Building Authority. We've had an opening ceremony and a roll call. All members are present except Mr. Hune, who is excused. We have the minutes before us of our meeting on January 5th, 2016. Any discussion?
Mr. Chair, I move for approval of the January 5th minutes.
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded that we approve the minutes of January 5th. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. That's unanimous. Mr. Isaac, any communication or report of the Chief Executive Officer?
No, sir, thank you.
Now, everybody's waiting for us to open a public hearing, but we don't need to. So our next agenda item,
Motion to adjourn.
all in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.